red blood cell after the death of red blood cell, uh,
Yes, yes,
if it will
that one
increase
only.
your body, face jaundice, I think.
Yes, that one only. So today we're going to start excretory system. Let me present. You can see my screen.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So the first slide is all telling something to you. That is the you can see this is the main excretory system, main excretory organs. You can see kidneys, which are filtering our blood directly. Okay, and some other excretory organs are also there, like kidney is filtering urea, excess water, and excess salts in urine, and liver bile pigments in the feces via intestine. So, if you remember the concept, I have already told that bile pigments, when it is wasted, then it comes with small intestine and mix with large intestine in feces and come out through stool. Next is lungs, carbon dioxide and excess water in expired air. Okay, so uh, very important waste material of our body, that is carbon dioxide, is emitted by lungs, and large amount of water that is also exhaled by our body, and this is a very large amount of water we exhale in a day. I think it's 2 liters of water we exhale in a day. Exactly the amount I forgot. So it is a huge amount. And next is skin. Urea, excess water, and excess salts in sweat. So these are the excretory organs of our body. Okay. So what is excretion? The excretion system is biological system that removes excess unnecessary materials from body fluids of an organism, so as to help maintain internal chemical homeostasis and prevent damage to body. Main excretory system consists two kidneys, two ureters, urinary bladder, urethra. Okay, so this is the main excretory system, and you should know what this excretory system consists of. Main the filtering kidneys and two ureters through which the filtered portion is going to the bladder and the bladder itself, and then after the bladder, urethra, through which finally urine is coming out from body. Okay, and what did you understand by excretory system? Excretory system is a biological system that removes excess unnecessary materials from body fluid of an organism, so as to help maintain internal chemical homeostasis. What it helps to maintain? Internal chemical homeostasis. Okay, and prevent damage to body. Otherwise, if these waste materials are not removed, then it will cause harm to body because these are toxins. These are not good for body. Okay. So let us discuss about each organ in detail. What are kidneys? Am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So yes, kidneys are bean-shaped organs. We all have seen beans and we all have eaten beans. So kidneys are just like bean-shaped organs, just like bean-shaped, and it is located on the posterior abdominal wall. Okay, so it is more close from our backside. You can see in this picture where kidneys are located. Okay, let's read the theory, then we will understand more clearly. So, it is located in posterior abdominal wall, one on each side of vertebral column, behind the peritoneum and below the diaphragm. Peritoneum is the new word for you, I think. So, peritoneum is the abdominal cavity, and in that abdominal cavity all the abdominal organs like hmm, these stomach, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, all these are kept there, and they are covered with a small very thin sheath. Okay, so that is peritoneum. So behind the peritoneum, behind all those organs, kidneys are present, and below the diaphragm, obviously. And they extend from T2 to L3, means thoracic 12 to lumbar 3. Okay. They are starting from thoracic 12 approx and ending at lumbar 3. Right kidney is slightly lower than left due to space occupied by liver. Okay, sorry. So, liver is situated at the right side of our body, we all know. So, right kidney also are situated in a bit lower than left kidney, means left kidney is slightly more higher than right kidney in location. Now, let me ask one thing. You can see this figure clearly. Can you see this figure?
Yes, yes, ma'am. You can see.
Yeah. So you can see yellow some configurations, right? Can you tell me what is that?
Ma'am, pancreas.
Yes, very good. And what are those cones situated on the head of kidney? Those cap-like structures situated on the head of kidney, just like birthday cap.
Ma'am, liver. No, I think.
No problem. Those are adrenal glands. You are not very familiar with that. No problem. And you answered pancreas. That I'm very happy for that. Okay. So
Ma'am, what is that? The phone say again? Can you say?
these are adrenal glands. We will know this about adrenal glands later when we will know about endocrine system. These are endocrine glands. Okay, it will be covered in endocrine system. These are adrenal glands, type of endocrine glands. Now, structure of kidney. An outer fibrous capsule is present, which is covering the kidney, just like other organs. Then, a cortex is present, means kidney is covered by a very thin outer fibrous material, that is the capsule, and beneath that capsule when kidney itself having the upper layer of kidney is the cortex. Remember, remember this thing, everywhere in any organ, cortex and medulla are two terms used. Cortex is the upper part of that organ or upper layer of that organ, and medulla is the inner portion of that organ. You can also see this type of terms in many organs or in many parts of anatomy physiology. So, cortex is the superficial layer of that organ, and medulla is the inner layer. So, cortex of kidney is reddish brown, okay, below the capsule, and medulla is the innermost layer, consisting conical shaped the renal pyramids. Okay, so inside the kidney, you can see some conical shaped pyramids, which we will see later in the figure in detail. Let's see once. So here, this is a detailed structure of kidney. Here you can see. Let me take the pencil. Here. You can see these shaped conical shaped structures or these pyramids. Okay. So and here you can see this is the cortex layer. See this is the cortex layer, and inside the innermost layer is medulla, not very dark in color, but inside the medulla you can see these pyramids which we were talking about, triangle shaped or cone shaped pyramid. Okay. Hmm. 12 to 18 in number. In each kidney, these pyramids are present. Next is helium. Helium is concave medial border of kidney where blood vessels, ureter enter the kidney. Okay, so helium is the this is the concave structure. You can understand the concave structure of kidney. This concave structure of kidney from where all the blood vessels, ureter, all the things are entering. That is known as helium. Okay. Uh, Helium is the concave medial border of kidney where blood vessels, ureter enter the kidney. Next is tip of each pyramid is papilla. This papilla drain urine into a collecting system called calyx, minor and major. So calyx are having two types, minor and major. The merge together to form renal pelvis. This pelvis narrows to turn into ureter. Two triangular adrenal glands are at the top of each kidney. So those triangular glands you have seen in that picture, those are adrenal glands present in the head of kidney, just like a birthday cap. Okay, and in the previous line, what that each pyramid is tip of each pyramid is papilla. This papilla drain urine into collecting system called calyx, minor and major. So let's talk about papilla and calyx. So tip of each pyramid is, now you can see here in this picture, tip of each pyramid, tip tip portion is known as papilla. Okay, and what next? Papilla is now continuing to major and minor calyx. Okay, so at first this let me clear the image first. Okay, so this tip portion is papilla. Sorry, yes, this tip portion is papilla. Now, after filtering blood in these pyramids, they are coming to papilla and they are drained into the minor calyx. This portion is known as minor calyx. This portion. I hope you are getting my markings through red. Right. So this is the
Yes, ma'am.
minor calyx. And these minor calyx are being collected at major calyx. All these minor calyx are then collected into major calyx, and sorry, these major calyx continuing to ureter. Okay. Now the calyx merge together from renal pelvis. This pelvis uh, narrows to turn into ureter. Okay, so yes. Now the kidneys perform many crucial functions, including such like maintaining overall fluid balance. Means if you are drinking too much water, it will drain out the excess amount of water. Or if you are not drinking sufficient amount of water, even though it will try to balance your body fluid by recycling. Okay, so it maintains the overall fluid balance, regulating and filtering minerals from blood. Okay, it also regulates the mineral balance in the same way, filtering waste materials from food, medications, and toxic substances. All the things we are consuming getting into bloodstream, either into bloodstream or into large intestine. So the things are reaching to bloodstream, like all the medications, all the toxins, everything we are consuming, most of the things are mixed with bloodstream. So all those waste materials are being filtered from blood by kidney only. You have, I think you have seen that people who are medicated from years and having too much of medications, they having different colors of urine. If you go and search colors of urine, you'll be amazed. There are so many colors of urine patients having, and this urine indicates so many things. By test of urine, so many things can be indicated. So many diseases, so many symptoms. So, urine means kidneys are filtering all the waste materials from the blood. They are trying to filter. Next is creating hormones that help produce red blood cell, promote bone health, and regulate blood pressure. Okay, so this is very important point. The kidneys produce some hormones that regulate pressure, promote bone health, and reduce red blood cells. So, what are those hormones? Very important hormones of kidney. Three hormones, total three hormones. What are those? Erythropoietin. You can understand by the name erythropoietin. Anybody? Any guess?
Related to blood.
I couldn't get you. Can you please repeat?
Erythrocytes are blood cells.
Yes, very good. So erythrocytes are the another name of red blood cells, right? So for production of erythrocytes, erythropoietin hormone is needed. Means erythropoietin hormone is stimulating production of red blood cells. Okay. So erythropoietin hormone is secreted from kidney. So kidney is secreting erythropoietin hormone and it is stimulating bone marrow to produce red blood cells. Okay. Next hormone is calcitriol. And what does this calcitriol do? They activate vitamin D to the hormone calcitriol need for calcium. Okay. Just a minute. Yes. Thank you. Activate vitamin D to the hormone calcitriol needed for calcium reabsorption during digestion, and hormone last kidney is renin, very important hormone in our body. What does it do? It is a substance that leads to secretion of aldosterone. Now, this aldosterone helps in regulating our blood pressure. Okay, so if anybody having higher or lower blood pressure, then your kidney having a very important role in that. Okay, so renin helps in regulating blood pressure. So, what are the hormones secreted by kidney? Erythropoietin, calcitriol, and renin. What does erythropoietin do? Erythropoietin stimulate the production of red blood cell. What does calcitriol do? Calcitriol seek for the need of calcium reabsorption during digestion. Okay. Activate calcitriol, activate vitamin D for calcium reabsorption. And what does renin? Renin that regulates our blood pressure in the body. Next is functional unit of kidney. That is nephron. Okay, so this is also a very important question. What is the functional unit of kidney? That is nephron. As like functional, structural and functional unit of our body, that is cell. structural and functional unit of nervous system, neuron, like that only. Structural and functional unit of kidney is nephron. Here in nephron, urine is formed from blood. Okay, and there are there is renal corpuscle, which is glomerulus surrounded by Bowman's capsule. We will see all these things in detail through picture, then we will understand all this. Next is renal tubule, proximal convoluted tubule and medullary loop or loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubule leading to collecting duct. These are the structures of this nephron. Okay, we will means nephron is having two parts, renal capsule and renal tubule. Renal capsule is glomerulus capsule surrounded by glomerulus surrounded by Bowman's capsule, and renal tubule consisting proximal convoluted tubule, medullary loop or loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubule leading to collecting duct. Now see this picture, you will get all the terminologies here. Let me take the pencil. Yes. Now in this picture, you can see, actually the screen is too short to describe all the things. Okay. Now, you can see renal artery. This is renal artery. Okay. So this artery is bringing blood kidney. Okay. Now, just a minute. Yes. Yes. So this renal artery is bringing blood to kidney for filtration. Okay. So this artery is entering in this Bowman's capsule. This one you can see. This is the Bowman's capsule. Okay. So in this picture, here you can see glomerulus. Inside this Bowman's capsule, glomerulus or highly coiled folded structure is present. That is glomerulus. Okay. And after that, means here actually in this glomerulus filtration, here in inside the Bowman's capsule, glomerulus is present. Now glomerulus is the main filtering site where the blood is getting filtered. Okay. From artery, blood is coming to inside Bowman's capsule, and inside Bowman's capsule, glomerulus is present, and in this glomerulus, um, that blood is getting filtered and it is entering to this tubule. After getting filtered, it is entering to this tubule. Okay. Now what happens? This artery you can see is emitting from here. It is emitting from here, and it is going, and it is branched, and it is surrounding the whole tubule. The tubule is like this. It is having different parts, but you can see how this blood vessel is covering the whole tubule, and it is having its own importance. Now you can see The blood, after getting filtered in glomerulus, it is entering to this tubule. Now, what this tubule having different parts. Here, the tubule, it is known as proximal convoluted tubule. This part is known as proximal convoluted tubule. This part. Okay. After proximal convoluted tubule, you can see. I'm so sorry. Yes. So after proximal convoluted tubule, you have seen that this portion is then after proximal convoluted tubule, you can see there is a loop. The tubule having a loop. Okay. Here you can see this is a loop. So this loop is known as loop of Henle. Okay. So this loop is known as loop of Henle. And
Ma'am, can you explain it? Your voice is breaking, ma'am.
my voice is breaking. From when my voice was breaking?
Ma'am, that proximal convoluted table that we understood from that to your voice was breaking.
Okay. Now it
Before
is okay.
explaining that, yes, yes.
Okay. So after you have seen that this portion is proximal convoluted tubule, right? Just after glomerulus filtration, it is entering to proximal convoluted tubule. Now, after the proximal convoluted tubule, you can see this tubule has having a loop. This is having a loop here. So this loop is known as loop of Henle. Okay. Now, after this loop, this tubule is also again having a convolution here. So this portion is known as distal convoluted tubule. I hope you remember the concept of proximal and distal. Proximal was more close to midline. So proximal is for more closer one. So more close, more closer convolution to glomerulus is proximal convolution, and away from glomerulus is distal convolution. So this portion is proximal convoluted tubule. This portion is distal convoluted tubule. And between these convolutions, a loop is present, that is loop of Henle. Okay. So these are the structures of nephron. Now, during all these proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, the blood is going through this pathway, and here you can see blood vessels are covering like a network. These blood vessels are covering all the tubule, just like a snake is covering the sandalwood tree, right? Why? Because when the blood is getting filtered in glomerulus, it filters very rightly, and it 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 emits almost everything, means only the pure blood is um, letting go, means when the blood is getting filtered in glomerulus, the glomerulus filtered so many things which may become necessary for the body. Okay. So glomerular filtration is the filtration is so high in glomerulus filtration Means when blood is going through glomerulus filtration, it filtrate so many necessary things also. So that is why when blood is going through this convoluted tubule, distal tubule, and loop of Henle, then blood is getting reabsorbed. The necessary things which are being filtered by glomerulus filtration, those necessary things are getting reabsorbed from these convolutions and loop of Henle by these blood vessels. Okay, then they after distal convoluted tubule, you can see a collecting duct which collect the final waste material. The necessary materials are being reabsorbed from these convoluted tubules and loop of Henle by the surrounding blood vessels, and the actual waste material is being collected by the collecting duct. Is the concept clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So this,
collecting, okay, okay, got it. Means that from collecting that waste material goes out, right, ma'am?
from collecting duct, it is going to ureter.
Yes, ma'am.
From collecting duct, it is coming to what we have seen earlier here in this kidney structure. It is coming to calyx ureter.
Ma'am, voice is
Okay.
breaking, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Yes.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. Could not get it.
Voice. It is breaking now only, no?
Yes, now
Other
it's
things.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. The concepts you got clearly, right?
No, ma'am, that I could not get. Means collect from the collecting duct, waste material goes out. Am I right?
Yes, from collecting duct, it is going to what we have uh, what we have seen in the kidney structure, that the collecting duct is coming to papilia, and from papilia it is going for minor calyx, major calyx, then ureter. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am, it's okay. Means, ma'am, we can say that table mixed with means we know that purified blood coming from glomerulus through the table. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, let me explain once more here. Here in this picture, you can see artery is carrying blood. It is entering to glomerulus, getting filtered, and the filtered means yes, the filtered blood means the pure blood which has been filtered in glomerulus is emitting from the artery. Let me take once again the pencil. Now, this is the artery carrying the blood, and this blood is entering to glomerulus. It is filtering here, and after filtering, it is the pure blood is coming out from this artery. Okay, this is the pure blood, and the impure material which has been filtered in glomerulus, that impure material is being collected by this tubule. Now it is entering the proximal convoluted tibial, loop of Henle and distal convoluted tibial. Now, while this waste material from glomerulus is traveling to proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubule, the some necessary materials are also being filtered by glomerulus. So those necessary materials should be reabsorbed. So now these blood vessels are reabsorbing those necessary materials while they are traveling through this proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubule. And when they are getting reabsorbed by these blood vessels, the final waste material is being collected by this collecting duct. Let me finish. Yes. So the final waste material is being collected by this collecting duct. Okay. Collecting duct, they are coming out from the pyramid. All these things are happening inside those pyramids we have seen. This is 1 unit of nephron. Now thousand and thousand units of nephron, thousand nephrons are present inside pyramids. Okay, so you can see in this picture, we can see so many pyramids in kidney here in this picture. So this picture is a single nephron, and like this, so many thousand nephrons are present in pyramid. Okay, so from left coming to top of pyramid, that is, what was the name of that portion?
Papilla.
Yes, very good. So they are coming to papilla, then minor calyx, then major calyx, then ureter. Is the concept clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Clear. Means, ma'am, when from the tables, when artery getting means some important matters means only through the absorption.
You understand you.
Ma'am,
Is it you
speaking, ma'am.
only for say it everybody? Please repeat. Yes, any please repeat.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was asking means from the glomerulus, that is artery bringing pure blood. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, it the blood is being bought by artery here, and it is collected by vein.
First, from the renal artery, blood is means impure blood going to the glomerulus. From that glomerulus, artery bring the purified blood, and that impure material going out through the that tubule. Uh,
Yes.
Yes. So some important materials is also there in the tables. So by absorption, renal sorry, not renal artery, artery getting that important materials.
Means you are talking about capillaries, right?
Yes, 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 ma'am. I'm talking about capillaries.
Yes. Yes, those blood vessels, capillaries are reabsorbing those important materials from the tubule.
Ma'am, how it is happening?
By simple diffusion process, what we have seen during those lungs, and uh, how oxygen and carbon dioxide is getting diffused through alveoli and blood vessels, and tissue is getting blood from blood vessels, like that only. And the osmosis and diffusion process is happening throughout the body. So our blood vessels are also absorbing the necessary materials from these tubules through osmosis,
Okay,
because the
ma'am.
necessary materials are coming out from tubule and entering to the blood vessels, as they are semi permeable.
Okay, ma'am.
All the things are semi permeable. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I think it's 8. Yes, it's 8:05. I think we should stop here and we will continue excretory system from tomorrow. Any question here?
No, ma'am. We will go through the slide. Ma'am, please share this slide early in the drive. We
Yes,
can get
we'll
it.
see at the slide. But it did we
Okay.
upload it in live? No, I see the slides. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
miss.
So sit comfortably. Let's end with prayer. Adapt Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Close your eyes. Inhale and start the prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth. Feel the energy. And open your eyes with a smile. Thank you.